I'm here talking to Ali Dilem, who is the top cartoonist in Algeria. We talked to you a few years ago when you came to the United States to accept a Courage in Cartooning Award 4 years ago.
Yes.
And at that time, you were facing, I think it was more than 20 lawsuits from Algerian officials who were insulted by your cartoons. And you'd been taken to jail. Which is pretty scary stuff. Well, it's 4 years later. I wonder if you could tell us about what's happened in the meantime.
Yeah, most of the trials are gone now, but I still get around 10 or 15, still 10 or 15 trials, and that's the militaries or the government. Bouteflika government. Bouteflika is the Algerian president, actually.
Are these by particular government officials who feel offended by particular cartoons?
Yeah, for example, when you throw a general, an Algerian military officer, as a fat guy with a big mustache and some flies around his face, and they don't appreciate it a lot. And obviously, when you made those characters in some ridiculous positions and situations, they don't really like it.
So, how do you manage your business when you're facing all the expense of all of these lawsuits?
I get the support of my newspaper, hopefully, and a lot of people in Algeria are today aware about the danger of the threat of free expression. So I got support everywhere. I think that it became harder and harder to jail any cartoonist or any journalist in Algeria because of the society.
Well, this is something we see in a lot of countries, particularly Arab countries that don't have mature free press. They claim to have a free press, and then they file all of these civil lawsuits to suppress the free press.
Yeah, but in Algeria there is a big difference. I mean that Algeria, the situation in Algeria is very particular, very singular. We've got the free expression in Algeria. I think that you, Mr. Kago, been there, and you see that we are free compared to Moroccans or Tunisians or Libyans. Or it is so since 20 years now, and it's hard for Bouteflika because we got only free expression, only newspapers, private ones, democratic ones, who show that Algeria is changing. So the power Bouteflika needs that to show to the face of the world that Algeria is moving, and it's not as close that people think, and blah blah. Of course, that it's hard. It's not an absolute free speech in Algeria, but I think that compared to other Muslim, African, Arab countries, we're still on the top of.
I did notice there was an attitude among the Algerian cartoonists that they wanted to push the limits, and they didn't feel deterred by these lawsuits. I talked to Lehik. He had about a dozen lawsuits against him as well, and kind of wore it as a badge of honor.
Yeah, but I mean, there's no honor to be persecuted. I mean, I'm not particularly proud of it.
Well, I think it's courageous to push the limits when you are. It's the cartoonist that seems to be standing in front of the pack of journalists, pushing the limits more than anyone else.
Yeah, but it's not really a merit. All what I want for my country is that a cartoonist can make cartoons as normal as an American cartoonist in his newspaper. I mean, why did I risk to be threatened, arrested, or killed because I'm doing cartoons? I'm talking about my society. I'm trying to be a kind of glass of the reality of Algeria today. It's easier today because when I started 20 years ago, believe me that the first time I draw the general or the president or even women, even talking about Algerian sex or about Islam or about burqas or everything was hard, but step by step, I think that easier even for the common generation, common cartoonists, common young cartoonists today, it's a little bit easier than it was 20 years ago for me.